Well, I appreciate the opportunity to share that story, Steph, because it was one of those moments that changes your life forever. I happened to be the president of the Women's Basketball Coaches Association when Coach Yow re-entered her battle with cancer, and as she began to have this dream of how she could use what the hurdle she was facing in her life to make a difference for other people long after she was gone. And she was forming the fund as we now know it. And we were a nonprofit, the Women's Basketball Coaches Association, giving birth to a nonprofit, which is like impossible. We don't really know how that happened, but somehow we got it out and moved along. And it felt a lot like labor, didn't it, Steph? We didn't connect it. But the remarkable thing for me, I had long been an admirer of Coach Yow's, obviously what she had done in the coaching world. And she had recruited one of my players at Norman High School. I was a high school coach before going to the University of Oklahoma. And she had recruited one of my players. And one of the things that blew me away about her was she recruited my kid, but she also started talking basketball with me. And after the kid chose not to go there, or it didn't work out, and I don't even remember what the specifics were, Coach stayed in contact and would ask me things about basketball. And I'm like, I'm a high school coach. This woman's won a gold medal. What is she doing? And so it was that humility and that curiosity and that zest for life that she had that was just extraordinary. So I was an admirer, and I can't say that we were close friends by any stretch at that time. I was just an admirer of Kay's. So we fast forward, we're at a recruiting weekend in Augusta, Georgia, which is where Nike Nationals were held at the time. She asked me if I would meet her. She wanted to talk to me about her dream. And I'm the president of the WBCA. And so I'm okay, yes, let's do it at our break between morning and afternoon sessions. And so we go to this little restaurant bar across the street from the host hotel. It's raining like crazy. I'll never forget. It was absolutely storming like crazy. And we go into this dark, damp little restaurant, if you will, go back in this booth. And Coach Yow sits down and starts to tell me about her dream. And she said, I want you to think about it, Sherri. If every coach in America at every level gave $1, look what this would be. She gets her pen out and gets a napkin and she starts drawing. And she gets so excited, and she's just, this would be this and this, and she's doing the long multiplication, and I'm in awe. And then she says, what if they gave $5? And then here we go again, and the math's getting harder, and I'm just in awe, and she's drawing all this out. We pause to order. We order a little, I ordered soup. She ordered some sort of broth. And when they brought her food out, she lined up all these pill bottles and began to take her chemo pills in the middle of doing the multiplication. She'd do this times this is this on a napkin. Literally, this is happening with an ink pen. And then she'd take a giant pill the size of my thumb, swallow it, and keep going. And then she said, Sherri, what if every little girl who ever played basketball in the United States of America gave $1? Do you know what we could do? And I'm just, yes, coach, I'll do whatever you want. What do you want me to do? You want me to build you a building? I don't know how, but I'll start. But just tell me what you want me to do. And it was that passion and that will and that determination from this woman whose heart was bigger than her body or any gym she ever coached in. And you just got sucked up in it and could not say no to the cause. She was the life, the heartbeat of all those tough days while we were trying to figure out from a business standpoint, how do you even do this? What does it look like? How can we impact the most people? And her charge was very simply this. She wanted to find a cure for all women's cancer. She didn't want women to have to face cancer anymore. But she also wanted to unite a nation of coaches. This was so important to her because Coach Yow was prescient enough to say, people, the human race, needs something to be all in together about. That's just how the world functions best, is when we lock arms. And she knew that innately in her spirit and in her soul. And she said, this will galvanize our sport while we are together finding a cure for cancer.